here. Our first question is for you, John. If kind of talking more, can you speak to all of the different tools to kind of watch personas and watch traffic and to understand the pages and how sites are working? But with so many tools available, where would you start?
That's a surprisingly large question because, again, defining personas is one of those things that might be a little intimidating, but when you utilize the proper tools, it really isn't that difficult. Some of the tools that I would utilize when trying to define those personas or really understand the people that are coming to your website, first, again, and I know I've said it several times, is Google Analytics. While it may not give a specific identity to each visitor, you can still see kind of from a more broader aspect the behavior that people are taking on the website. And so let's say that we have a contact form on our contact page, but no one's getting there. Maybe we have to move that page to one of the most highly viewed or trafficked pages on the website. And so there are certain things that we can do within analytics that will help us identify kind of that low-hanging fruit. But again, analytics is great. One of the other tools that I use the most often is Google Search Console. It used to be called Google Webmaster Tools. They've really advanced or really upped their game there, where they've included a few more tools. You can see the types of, broadly the types of phrases that people are using to get to your website, but also you can see how specific pages are performing within the search results page. And so you can see how many times, let's say your home page is appearing in search, how many impressions it's getting. But also, besides those two tools, you can look at Google Trends, for example, which is a really fun one, because you can see how people are evolving their search over time, and maybe you need to target a different phrase because people don't use that phrase any longer. But also Google Trends has a really fun kind of theme thing right now where you can see different trends of costumes for Halloween throughout the United States. It's just kind of a really fun tool that they have. Not that that is as important on a daily basis, but still kind of fun for Halloween. But Google Trends is really great because, again, you can put in any one of your keywords and see over time how many people are searching for it. And so that will kind of help identify the type of traffic that's coming to your website as well.
Awesome. Just jump to the next question real quick. It seems like it takes a huge budget to advertise online. What can I do if we can't afford that? I think probably a question we get asked all the time. The perfect world of marketing is obviously huge budgets, but that's really not true. I think that we get this question a lot, and my simple answer would be that you don't need a large budget to do good marketing. What you need to do is do targeted marketing with the budget that you have. If you try to spread your budget out too thin over too many things, I don't think that you will find the success that you would if you just focused in one area and put the majority of the funds to that and then did it well, and as you saw success within that, move to the next kind of most productive channel that you might use. I think that it's always good to have a marketing mix. That said, I mean, you definitely have to have a few things, but if you're going to have a limited budget, where can you place those dollars that is the most strategic and actually going to get you the highest return for your money, and then use that return to then build up the budget and add more channels as you go down the line. So I don't actually think you need a big budget. I think it's what you do with the budget you have, but don't think that you can do everything if you don't have a giant budget. I know we run into that problem here a lot where people really want everything, and it's just really not possible, and you'll get negative campaigns because of it. Any thoughts on budget, John?
Yeah, it's funny because it seems that the people that would be asking that questions are probably the smaller local businesses, which that every single dollar they're spending has to have a result behind it. It's not just some kind of a mindless budget that somebody puts out that doesn't have to work as well. Those local dollars really have to work every single time, and so it seems to me, my father-in-law, he's a chiropractor in Alpine, he kind of came to me with the same question. And for $100 in PPC, that goes a pretty long way when people aren't they're not searching chiropractor in Alpine every day. There's not a huge search volume, but it's working for it. But again, with any local business, you want to make sure that you're focusing on those reviews, whether it's on Google or Yelp or Foursquare or anywhere like that. Make sure you're focusing on those reviews and getting as many reviews as you can. Even though sometimes they might be negative, just make sure you respond to them. And so, those local dollars
Don't
often
be
need
scared.
something. Yeah. So.
I think, yeah, budget's just something that you guys need to manage as well as you can. Next question, our third question, is really actually I've been looking at this, trying to figure out how I might answer it. I don't have time to stay current on the advertising world. How can our company have an impact without spending too much time on marketing? That's a great question. But there are actually a lot of ways to do it. One of my specialties is actually marketing automation, and marketing automation is a fantastic tool for helping you minimize the amount of hours that you're spending and maximizing the personalization that you're able to deliver. It doesn't cost all that much money, and there is a bit of setup time because what you're ultimately doing is repopulating responses based on user behavior. And for the most part, people really enjoy this. When it's done well, people find the marketing automation leads to higher conversion rates and larger spends with the company. And so marketing automation is a great solution where you don't have a lot of even marketing knowledge. Just staying relevant and having touch points on each of your potential clients and current clients is huge. And so that's one solution that you could do. But maybe something less engaged, I guess, is marketing automation. John, anything come to mind as a simple, quick win?
Just writing consistently on your blog. And when I say consistently, I'm not talking about twice a day or once a day for the next 4 weeks. Whatever your schedule is, just stick to it. If that's once a week, that's once every other week, stick to it. Because not only will that help establish that you guys are really our thought leaders within your industry, but it will also help search engines, because search engines love that text content on your website. And so it's kind of twofold in the sense that it helps really identify that branding and that really strong presence that then you can go share on all of your social networks as well. That content that you're creating, custom content, will go a very long way both for search engines and for your customers.
I would agree. That is our third question. We're at about 50 minutes or so, and so we'll go ahead and just close up this session of the Fluid Webinar Series event. And we just want to make sure that you're invited to next month. Next month will be the year-end review, a look back at our own predictions for 2015 and see how we did and where the industry fell as well. And so we actually really look forward to seeing that trend. And that's, as always, the last Tuesday of every month at 11:30. And so we look forward to having you guys join us again then. And for now, I will say thank you from Fluid. Jonathan, thank you for sharing with us today.
Of course. Thanks for having me on this one. It was fun.
Absolutely. Until next time, you can find us on Twitter at Fluid Webinar Series, and we will be in touch through our website, and feel free to call us or contact us in any other way. We're here to help. Have a good one.